Good morning. For this week's presentation, I've chosen two primary sources from early American history that tie into the research that I'm doing for this particular course. The two sources I've chosen are the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedoms, written by Thomas Jefferson in 1786, and the U.S. Constitution, 1788-89. So, the research I'm doing for this course is about the idea of separation of church and state as put forth by Jefferson and how that has changed over the last couple of centuries or so. But Jefferson wrote the Virginia Statute for Religious Freedoms. He said, and a quote here, "No man shall be compelled to frequent or support any religious worship place or ministry whatsoever, nor shall be enforced, restrained, molested, burdened in his body or goods, nor shall otherwise suffer on account of his religious opinions or belief." So Jefferson talked about in this document that he wrote for the state of Virginia that for religious beliefs, no one will be compelled to go to a particular church. No one will be compelled to worship in a particular manner. He did not in any way discuss the idea of keeping religious beliefs out of government, out of the public sphere. He instead talked about keeping government out of religious beliefs, out of the personal beliefs of its citizenry. So he wrote this in order to divorce the government from controlling the religious affairs of its people. When we look at the state of Virginia, the Church of England, or the Anglican Church, was the state church. Taxes were paid in order to support the ministers of the Anglican Church, or the Church of England, during the 17th, 18th century. And Jefferson wanted to correct this. He didn't want, because of the taxpayer money going to pay for ministers, to pay for the Anglican Church, the Church of England to be the state church. The state had control over it. Jefferson didn't want that. He wanted the state to be out of making determinations about how we can worship. Again, he was not creating a system where there's no religious input in government at all. He was creating something where there's no government interference in personal religious beliefs. So that's the Virginia Statute of Religious Freedom. The second source that I'm using today is the U.S. Constitution. And in the First Amendment states, "Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof." So Congress can't establish a state religion, nor can they prohibit how or if we worship and who we worship or what we worship. So this ties right back in with Jefferson's Virginia Statute for Religious Freedom, in that it's saying, let's keep government out of controlling religion. Let's keep government out of this personal issue for the citizenry. Again, there's no point being made where they're saying public officials don't talk about religion. Public officials don't involve themselves with or don't bring their religious beliefs into their work. He's saying they just can't make laws that prohibit or control religious beliefs or religion in the United States. So this is known as the Establishment Clause or the Free Exercise Clause, that the government can't establish a state religion, see the Church of England again, in the state of Virginia, and the Free Exercise Clause, the idea that we are able to exercise or worship freely as we choose without government interference.